Front page PG, some of the stories. This is where we begin with Jeff Hathler, our sports director, and of course our Steelers insider, best beat writer in the NFL, Ed Bouchette, talking about the offense. Well, it's time to put this points up on the board, and there's Antonio Brown who can do just that. You'd have to think they're a scoring threat, this offense this year.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, they're really, as much as their defense has improved, they still rely on their offense. It's the better side of the football. And they have Roethlisberger. The key is Martavis Bryant. He's the changer. He can flip a field. I mean, the guy can make a difference for you on offense. They don't have a player like him. AB is great, but Martavis can take that offense from here to here.
What's the latest on him? Same?
He's hanging around the guys. It seems like it's close. The conspiratorial theorist in me would say,
waiting for?
Would say that they're going to put him in Wednesday, tomorrow, and then by Friday will be his first practice.
All right.
Because it's the night practice. You
get
the most attention.
High school, right? All right.
Memorial Stadium. Don't go to the high school. Go downtown.
Okay, I'll make sure I do that. All right, there he is, Tony Watson, no more. He looks much better in Dodger blue now, I guess. But Ron Cook in the PG says that the Pirates' move's not a sign of surrender. So it's still full steam ahead then?
Well, let me say this about Tony Watson first. You couldn't ask for a better guy going into that situation. Good for him. He's going to the best team in baseball. I wish him the best, except when they're playing the Pirates. But the he's an incredible guy. As for them giving up, they've got 3 teams to climb. They're 5.5 back. I understand, unlike many, the predicament that Neil Huntington was in. I mean, do you mortgage the farm here? If you're a half game out, or even if you're at 500 or better, if the team's under 500 and they're 5.5 back, I get why he did what he did, because if he sells everything, then the guys that are left in the room are going to be like, what the heck? I mean, it's a really tough situation. It's easy to look back, but it's a tough chair he sits in. And you add the worst thing, the fact that he doesn't get support from ownership. I mean, he doesn't have the money that the other GMs have. I mean, it's a tough situation for him. I don't think the Pirates are out of it, but they have a shot.
Just remember, as long as there's hope.
Right.
Tomorrow.
I mean, who knows? Maybe it'll be like Major League, where the players will all rally together and they'll be ticked off, and they're going to say, you know what, we're going to go do it anyhow. And if that would be the case, what an incredible story.
All right, Brian O'Neill, not to be confused with a great columnist of the PG, but the football player, tackle at Pitt opens training camp, writing about his athleticism as well. He is the left tackle of your Panthers.
They gave him running plays last year. How many tackles get running plays? O'Neill came in as a tight end as a freshman, and they went on this whole weight gain situation for him, and what a great move. Sometimes these guys, remember how many times Doran Dickerson moved around and it didn't work for him, or running back out of Johnstown, whose name is escaping me, but they've had guys that have come in and they've moved and it hasn't worked. But for O'Neill, the guy's a legit NFL prospect tackle.
Last thing before you go, because you're still doing the pregame on the Geneva College football broadcast, Reeve Stadium. I've been doing a lot of blogging about Larry Bruno Foundation. We're doing a thing tomorrow night. Geneva College is where he played. 12th round pick of the Steelers, legendary coach Manaka, Beaver Falls, Coach Namath. I just want to get your thoughts, because you've spent more time at Reeve Stadium over the last couple of years than I have, and you're close friends with Gino DeMarco, and it kind of goes hand in hand. You say Geneva, you say Beaver Falls, the Larry Bruno Athletic Complex by the high school. I mean, he's kind of a legend, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a big time. Well, you know that. You grew up there. I mean, you know what kind of legend he is.
Right.
There are a few legends that played on that field. Obviously, you mentioned one of them, one of the guys he coached. I mean, it's hard to think of Beaver County Athletics without thinking of Larry Bruno. And there's some great names in there, but he's right up there with all of them.
Let me ask you, one of the first times I took you there, besides me obviously getting you something to eat, because he was such a nice guy to travel all that way to help me out, to make me look good. Didn't you always feel something about Joe Namath whenever you were there, and still today, whenever you go to Reeve Stadium, you have to think Joe Namath a little bit, right?
Well, it's one of those stadiums that it's the old iconic 30s, 40s stadiums, high school stadiums, and also obviously a college stadium. But it just has a great presence about it. And you see G on the hill in the distance, and on a beautiful night when they light up the G in the background, it's gorgeous.
It is. Now with Route 18 being rerouted, the campus has a whole new look.
Yeah, they have a whole new entrance now for that stadium, and it's so much better than it was when the traffic would just buzz right by.
By the way, Van Zanik, I just wanted you to know that Jeff has made your bride broadcasts the best that they have ever been. And that's a fact. And same with you, Coach Gino DeMarco. We have much love for you, as we do Larry Bruno, as I do the Hawk, Jeff Hathorn. He coming up with sports every 20 minutes, 93.7 The Fan, and on the KDK Afternoon News with Robert Mangino.